1-versus-1 duels that were 50-50 or even 60-40 in their favor that they should have had. That would have opened up a lot more space, and without those duels going in their favor, the rest of the round snowballed out of control in the favor of Legacy. They have to find a way to convert the rounds they need to be putting on the board, and those rounds are not going to be your pistol rounds, your force spies. It has to be the bulk of the game.
Has to be the bulk of the game. And it sounds like Legacy once again took the knife round, electing to start on the T side. It makes sense for this map. They have a 66.3% win rating on the T side. And they have a very aggressive play early on. A walk towards A, one looking to perhaps peek in towards E box, but actually that's smoked. Never mind. It's going to be a straight A play instead. Peeping up close and personal with Cryptic in tow. Cryptic one, peeping a second. Nissim a trade onto one. Nissim a trade onto the second as well. This A main stack has been dismantled. Junior is still here to try and rebuke the take, but it's going to be difficult. Legacy, with the even man count, opt to slow things down. Nouns are kind of stuck in limbo now, rotating around, trying to figure out where Legacy want to go.
Yeah, right now for Nouns, they're just waffling about the sites, figuring out where Legacy are, starting to take a little bit of mid-control now. Gambling on Legacy running away from the graveyard that has become a main. Junior takes that aggressive peek, catches off Sadzine. That's a lot of information for Nouns to have as they're going to rotate all three players in towards the B site. Smoke will give a little bit of space here. Molotov will help. Flash goes in. Dumao clearing out angles. Two players Temple side, one CT, bomb going down. Dumao is in the power position, but he's not going to be able to do anything from that spot. Gets taken out. Nissim on for the ace now. 2, needs 4, 5. Can he get it? Yes, he does! An ace for Nissim in the pistol round. Secures it for Legacy. Now the bomb plant would have been good. The ace is the cherry on top, icing on the cake. Just that little bit extra that gets them over the line. Lux had one to get Legacy their first round on Nuke. Meanwhile, it's Nissim here in the opener on Anubis to kick things off, and Nouns going in for the 4 spies they did on Nuke CT side after losing the pistol. It worked for them there. Will it work again here on Anubis? We'll find out. Double MP9s. But Glacier is not one of those players possessing the SMG. He's got a Deagle, Nate. And I know we like to see him with the SMGs in hand, especially the MP9, but Sadzine will deal with one of those MP9s as he finds Peeping again, aggressing through A main.
Clay's also a Deagle warrior, though. Legacy stealing away the first with a 1v3 ace clutch from Nissim, and now looking to make it a clean second to establish their economy on the T side early on. Lux already in position to stop the push in towards Canal, and Lotto holding the middle as well. Junior smoked out of camera. This should be a save at this point for these pistols, for these upgraded weapons. Rush finds 1 kill. He could perhaps upgrade to a Mac 10 if he wants to. Doesn't even want to risk it, though. It is going to be a save for these 4 spying players.
They'll back out. They'll save. And try it again in the next round. But so far, Legacy took a big individual effort on round 1. Doesn't take as big of one here in round 2. So far, Sadzine, the only Legacy player to find a kill in this one. Junior spots out Lotto. He's going to have to try and escape now as he will be hunted and put to bed by Rush, who's got a second of his own. That was a rifle down the barrel, so definitely something to be salvaged. The aggressive push from Nissim, he will finish off Rush. So almost shoots his own teammate. But that's a good way to keep that rifle out of the hands of Nouns, and they will also lose Rush, so that's going to be one less bit of armor, one less upgraded pistol to go into this round with. Junior will not invest into a vest. Instead, it'll just be that scout bit of utility being bought with that nade from Clasia, smoke and flash from Cryptic. Rush will go armor and 5-7. Peeping joins him with just the 5-7. But overall, both weaker by the one prior for Nouns and Legacy are going to get a little more aggressive here with that Mac 10. Lux charging through with that Molotov to give him some space. Getting deep mid-control here, trying to force Cryptic away. They'll force him into the duel. And the combo of Dumao and Lux will open the tally for Legacy. Nissim another one. Finally, he is felled. 7-1 to kick off this map. And the damage done to Klesia and Peeping is immense. The bomb picked up and taken down to group up with Lato on the back of Sadzin. And the aforementioned Lato pops Classia as he tries to Claros. Scout from Junior does another tag, but bomb going down on A. No real chance back in for Nouns. And now with just Peeping left alive, there is no chance.
I was going to say, can he find the rifle? He finally did. Right as he meets his maker. AK recovered as well by, I believe, a Galil wielder, so that's a good pickup. Legacy will not let that weapon go to waste. 3-0, clean start, much like Nouns had in that first half of Nuke. The question is, will they be stopped here at round number 4, much like they were? Or will Nouns again stumble when it comes to rifles?
We'll see if they can find the opening that they need. Klesia so close and yet so far with that 94-4 on the spray. Lux is going to ignore the rifle drop from this and just keep on charging forward. Klesia mauling to the peak into Dumao will yield the kill, but it's very similar to what happened for Klesia earlier. The name will at least get the kill. So we're into a trade. Lux tagged down, but Lato and Nissim dropped a long-range MAC-10 kill. Will enable Lux to get out on towards B. The bomb is there and no more. Lux, it's a nice little aggressive peek from Junior. Leaving it all down to Sadzin with the AK, 1 versus 3. Again, the bomb dropped out in the open on the B site. Junior watching over it like a hawk with the op. Peeping, keeping an eye on CT rotate. Cryptic there to trade out Junior. That's going to be a pretty tough one for Sadzin, but if you can get the double spray here, it's a 1 versus 1 against Peeping. Very winnable for Sadzin. Crouch up! And Junior whacks him down. First rifle round of the map and first round of the map go the way of Nouns. And already things looking a little bit better than they did on Nuke. In that regard, anyway.
3 survive as well. Means their economy will be at least growing slowly. They still don't have that resiliency built up that you'd hope for on the CT side. Whereas Legacy, their last round was not quite a bonus round because they did take some casualties, but it was pretty dang close. So they only have one real compromise, and that is Dumao on the Galil. Sadzin still had enough for the op, or his teammate did rather. So we're going to see a very solid investment for both teams. Nouns with a slight edge thanks to that AK and slightly better utility. But Legacy definitely have the historical advantage when it comes to win percentage on this T side.
Junior's op was critical for the Noun success in that last round, too. Good to see him hitting those crispy shots. No real aggression from either side yet. Both taking it slow and steady. Not trying to break the armistice. Now in through camera. Legacy have been given space. Junior spotted. Has to fight his way out of this one. Sadzin one on the op. Lux another. Junior one quick one, but he's flanked from both sides. He can only get one. Rush in a little bit too late. Lines up 2, knocks down 1. 2 out of 4 found for Rush. Sprays away. Lux all but finished off. He'll find it to the box. And now it's up to Sadzin, who hits the wall bang. But Rush with the quad will get Nouns their second on the board. And their third rifle round of these 2 best of ones. And it takes some individual effort, but a good bit of work from the veteran, the long-time North American player, to get Nouns within 1.
That was an awkward round. I'm surprised Junior lasted as long as he did. He had to cross from A main all the way to Cake with 3 players staring him down from camera or thereabouts, camera or broken wall. Yet he still gets 1 before falling, despite being flanked. Huge amount of time bought from that play. And Rush seizing the day, flanking in through Shrek to get that 4K in the end. pistols now for Legacy. Their economy broken. Deagle, P250, Tech 9, and 4 smokes make that. No flashes, nothing else. Cryptic on a FAMAS instead of a better rifle, but it also has seen a buff relatively recently. Listen, Eagle at range wants to put the first tally on the board with a kill towards E-Box.
Utility going in towards B. Rush and Clesia here to receive. Junior rotating in through Temple as well. No real take just yet from Legacy. Taking their sweet time. .43 seconds to go. Still no entry. Still a very segmented Legacy as well. 2 players over towards the A side. And Legacy just have 2 smokes left. Both towards B, one being tossed in. Plenty of Nouns players using utility to stall out this push. Legacy really burning down the clock, waiting for that E-Box push to come through. Nade goes in, well timed as well. Lux eats that one from Junior, but he's in on site. Bomb maybe planted into the chaos, and indeed Lotto will get that down. That's what Legacy were looking for. That is the victory for them here. Any kills, anything extras, bonus round stuff. They just needed that plant. 2 kills out of the whole fray is perfect for Legacy. But again, the bomb plant was the goal. Everything else was awesome. It wasn't expected. It wasn't needed. That just helps keep the CT economy honest. But the fact they got a plant out of that, absolutely superb.
Yes, it is. They can buy an op now if they want it. They'll have good utility around AKs. I think Sadzine is contemplating the op. His teammates could probably drop it and forego a little bit of utility if they want to go for it. But at the same time, in the same vein, I do like full AK buys on Anubis. And that is what we'll see. No op in play for Legacy to rival Junior. A full belt of utility for every player on the T side. Nouns changing things up, looking to maybe go for some canal control and actually B main control as well. Excellent flash from Cryptic to get Rush in. A double for him. Rush is putting in great work on this second map. 2-man advantage secured. They don't overstay their welcome either. Nouns well poised to find a 4th and the lead. That would be 4 rounds in a row, no less.
Had some real yeoman's work from Rush coming through, but it wasn't just Rush who got pushed in by that flash. Clesia was there with him. So even in the event that a Rush does fall, there's still that trade. There's still the chance to win the 2 versus 2. Now, Clesia will fall finally. Nissan will knock him down. That's a great setup by that 3-stack B. Cryptic with the flash. Rush and Clesia in. Clesia's an aggressive player. I like having him go forward. Seeing Rush get aggressive is pretty interesting, too, because he's been an anchor player for so long now. And to see that aggression coming through from the vet worked out perfectly. He's still locking down the B side, or the B site here, as A is taken control of by his own team. That's another good duel won by Rush, as he'll get caught from behind, but he's still alive here. Sadzine swapping to Molotov. Rush will just retreat to the safety of E-Box here. He'll find it clear. He'll have help from Peeping to clear his backside, leaving Cryptic to come through. Rush, another quad. He's on for the ace here. Can't quite get it. Sadzine wins the fight, but Peeping coming through Canal will put him down. But again, Rush, spectacular. 8 of his 11 kills coming in 2 rounds.
Don't know how Rush finds so much impact there playing around the pillar. He's playing 2 diametrically opposed angles. 2 angles as far apart as they could be. You saw him turning to the ground and then pivoting 180 and peeking out. That was to hide his barrel from anybody over towards E-Box. He had to do an awkward turn just to keep that opportunity of surprise on the table, and he had to get a 180 to kill the first player B main. Tremendous play from him from in, as you mentioned, an anchor spot where he traditionally plays, and he compels a timeout out of Legacy. Additionally, I don't want to forget, the start of that round began with a smoke towards the bottom of Canal Stairs That makes Legacy think it's going to be a E-box play, perhaps, so they can get up close B main. But in fact, it was a pump fake and allowed for that flashbang to blind 2 up close and personal. Very big brain from Nouns. And we see 2 tack pauses now, back-to-back from Legacy.
Yeah, this is wild. Back-to-back tacks from Legacy. You don't normally see this team panic like that. And that almost seems like a panic timeout call for me. Especially given the fact this is going to be a half buy. It's not even going to be a full. They're burning 2/3 of their timeouts on round 8. That doesn't even consist of a full buy.
No. Now, they might have something fun planned. I'm always partial to the window drop mid. Throw a smoke mid, window drop, go crazy.
I'm down for that. But it looks like they're just going to go more vanilla.
It's like more A main.
Yeah.
It's Tech 9s across the board, though, so I'd expect something explosive.
Junior starts it off with 1, keeping spots in A main, and he finishes off Sadzine, who cannot hop to freedom. Damage taken by Lux. Klasia nades himself for 1 HP, but he'll still swing back and forth as the solo man on B. Klasia rotates around. Back to more safety. Has support as well from Rush, who will open one on Talato as he continues his tear of the last several rounds. Klasia spots Dumau. Tags him for 1. Molotov to force out Klasia. Rush in the pillar. Knows there's one of the smoke kits. Dumau as well right before he has to reload. And the stars are aligning for Rush here. Everything working perfectly. And for Nouns, they're up by 2 now. And they're winning gun rounds. The main gripe I had with them was losing duels and losing gun rounds. And right now, they're not doing that. Mostly because Rush is just a one-man wrecking ball on B.
That's true, but they've won every gun round in this map.
Yes.
It was 3 to Legacy off the back of the pistol, the bonus, and the save. When the rifles came through, Nouns didn't look back. Their economy is beginning to flourish as well because of it. Hasn't been flawless. Otherwise, their economy would be in a far better state, but it's still nonetheless quite good. They still have more than enough resiliency built up for, theoretically, the rest of this half, but things could go catastrophically awry. And Legacy already burned through quite a bit of the utility. Sadzine's gone back to the big green as well. Good flash to get a main control and unseat this op.
Leaping gets flashed in, loses the duel to Lux, and that will spur them forward. A lot on Junior, who misses his first shot, and only as Lux with a triple headshot on the Cryptic around the half wall. That's the ace site and most likely the round for Legacy, as Klasia and Rush are not going to be allowed in. Still fighting to hem them in are Dumau and Lato. Rush aggresses, wins that fight, but he's on 1 HP. And it's save time for Nouns here, as despite their success, the CT economy never really seems to be out of peril. And so Legacy will slash the deficit in half, get to within 1. As we'll get into round 10 in the subsequent. Klasia caught by Sadzine. That's a bit unfortunate. Now, Nouns starting with 500 combined health points. They have 1 left.
It's on their one-man army, on their well-oiled machine. Rush.
Wow.
Good clean one on the first. Does not survive, though. Should not. Dumau misses some shots to make it entertaining. But it is the round for Legacy as expected. Nouns, I had mentioned, had some resiliency economically. With all 5 needing to dip into the coffers, they can realistically now be broken in the late stages of this first half.
Nate, for a second there, I thought Rush was going to get the kill after Dumau missed the first few shots.
There's a world.
I thought that Rush just 180 destroys him. Just the way he's been playing this half.
Now it's control, aggression, unexpected
He's
and
on
different. Rush is on A as well. Nissim finds Klasia, but Rush is the one to open up the docket for his team. 4 versus 4. Rush sneaks by as well. Will they expect this player tucked into the cubby? Nissim paranoid about that exact plays, instead caught by peeping around the smoke bottom stairs. Advantage again secured for Nouns from an aggressive play that pans out. Now Legacy again just kind of left holding in hopes of an over-assertion from a Nouns player.
Demau walks down. Sadzin is there. They're ready for rush, and they will catch him. That's 2 for Demau in back-to-back rounds on the Nouns juggernaut. But the bomb is going to cross. Peeping cannot hold, and it's going to go down on A here. Retake is on for Nouns, I would assume, but they're a long way out, and the retake has to get started. The bomb not going down, though. It's giving Nouns the opportunity to come back in, but they're not ready for Lotto. Waiting out in middle. That's a critical piece removed from the board. Cryptic coming back in. Lotto spots him in time and lands the shot. Junior, quick flick. Knows there's one behind, has to push forward. Can't get the op scope to stabilize in time. And so tie ball game heading into round 11. 2 more to go in the opening half. Legacy having momentum towards the tail end of the half here with 2 of the last 3. And Nouns, they have Rush, 16-8. But then you look at the rest of the team. Look at Junior, Cryptic, and Peeping combined with 16. 21 kills for Nouns, aside from Rush. 16 for Rush on his own.
It's dangerous to do math on stream, but you got it right.
I may or may not have 2 calculators next to me.
That seems overkill.
One
Nouns were
84.
Nouns are presented with a wicked problem, and they'll go for the save, which I think is the lesser of 2 evils in this one. Legacy twiddling their thumbs, trying to figure out exactly what Nouns are working with economically. No one from Nouns is moving. They're holding their unorthodox positions. 2 up close towards B. The 3rd now rotating this Cryptic. It's a passive rotation. And in fact, Nouns are almost fully investing in this B site take. 4th player coming in rotation, Lux at E-Box. Looks to find a second on the entry. Instead, it's Lotto to fall by Cryptic's hands. Lux gets 1, but he takes a lot of damage forward as well. 4 versus 3, advantage for Legacy, but Lux is not long for this world. They're trying to hunt him down. Peeping. Should have him done the rights. No! Lux gets 1 before falling. Cryptic gets the trade and his 2nd in the round. But he's probably going to save that AK rather than try in this retake, unless Junior can find a kill here in short order.
Junior can't quite set up the shot, and so Cryptic will go for a fight for a brief moment. And then begin to retreat. Spots another, dodges the shot, moves away.
This might cut him off.
He's going to be successful there, and now Legacy have a 1-round lead going to the last round of the half. A very reasonable possibility of finishing this off with a 2-round lead as well. Great turnaround for Legacy for Nouns. Again, you can't help but think of what could have been. Just need a little bit of help for Rush when it comes to the gun rounds here, and a couple of FAMASs. Peeping and Klasia holding on to those. Junior does have his op. But I almost feel like Junior has to get a little more aggressive with that to have a little more early impact without leaving it all on Rush, because it seems that Rush having to lock things down is what's been winning Nouns rounds. They need something else. It's going to be Cryptic tested early. He's burning in the flames. Can he get out alive? He is, but barely. Still somehow stalling for time. Backs through another Molotov and escapes to safety of camera. Does some damage to Lux in the interim as well. Good man advantage here for Nouns to work with Lux down in the red, 20 HP. Junior holding down to Canals. has that op in hand, ready to let it fly. Junior. Does he peek right? Yes, he does. That was good timing there from Junior. 5 versus 2 now for Nouns, looking for the tie ball game, going to the favored T side of Anubis. But for Nouns, they're pretty even, Nate. 49.1 on the defense, 50 even on the offense.
Legacy, though, have struggled historically on the defense, so we'll see if that will help Nouns in the second half. But this round is still not over yet. Junior in towards E-Boss, continuing to hold this time towards B main. Misses the first shot. Player crosses successfully. Junior, though, still alive, still showing presence and pressure. Bomb plant yet to go down. Rush harassing from in towards Temple. 2 versus 5 now for the remaining Legacy players. 1 versus 5 now for Lux, which doesn't seem possible. He'll try and flounder as long as he can, but the flashes and the nades will be more than enough to do him in. Nouns right the ship in the final round of the first half and tie up this ball game at a 6-6 scoreline.
Counter-terrorists win.
Legacy started off strong. Nouns, though, find their footing in rifle rounds when it matters. However, as the first half concludes, it is a tied ball game nonetheless. It's Pineapple Phillips and Boggs on the mic, and Nouns now on the favored side of Anubis, at least statistically across the board. The T side. This ancient ruin. 3 sets of dualies for Legacy. No kit. And Two sets of utility spread out on Nouns with a Super Soldier on Cryptic. Or not even Super Soldier, this is a P250 proper. Now, first contact gets one on the dualies. Spammed through the smoke, though, as an instantaneous trade. And Sadzine, bullied back of Cake, finds it no better. Junior catches Nissim with the flames. And this A site has fallen. 2 versus 4, both with dualies and armor. Lux and Lotto should consider a save in round number 13.
Lux and Lotto going for it, though. Lux with one on the dualies. Lotto another.
Oh.
Make it double on the dual Berettas. Junior now needs to double up himself. And he's chunked down. Can't hit the shots. Lux, Lotto going together. One has fallen. The last domino is Lotto, and Junior is calling his bluff. He knew he had no kit. Lotto gets the kill, but it does not matter. Nouns the second half pistol. And now, this is when they can try and kick it into high gear and split the best of ones with Legacy. Pistol plus bomb plant, win the anti-force if it does come. And Nouns have themselves up to 9.
You can definitely see a force coming through. Given how close they got it, how many kills Lotto got. He's an M4 in his hands for his troubles. Doesn't need to buy that Kevlar. Really helps him out. Scout for Lux. Upgraded pistols otherwise. Scary investment. Nouns going for a, rifle-centric investment, but still 2 MAC-10s, Cryptic and Peeping, on those SMGs. Slower round for Nouns, who want to figure out exactly what Legacy have invested.
Yeah, the couple SMGs definitely want to be your probe. But at some point you have to make first contact, Nate. Flash into middle. SMGs leading the charge. Spearhead of the offensive into A. Only one here in this set. Will get cleared. Only does a little bit of chip damage onto Peeping. And now Nouns will make sure everything is good before they get the bomb down. And then lock in to wait for Legacy to save, because that's exactly what they should be doing in the situation. They have plenty of rifles, upgrades, upgraded pistols, armor. One smoke's not much for utility, but you have an M4, a scout. Why are you going to buy something else? Why are you going to go for this when you don't really have good odds? No kit. Save it here. And try again in the next round. Roll the dice again.
Who knows that they're going to try that, though.
Oh, yeah. Nouns have to go for the hunt here. And their SMGs are done. The rest can't go for this. They have to save.
Yes, they do. But it's the attempt that counts. Good read from the IGL Cryptic to try it. 8-6, Nouns asserting a lead. The question is, will their rifle round success extend to the second half, or will it be stuck in the first? I guess you're going to spread the love. Got those 2 MAC-10s, which really help in this round. In fact, there is a bit of investment. Lotto's going all the way down to 450. I'll have to see if that was a bit of a misclick or an actual conscious decision. Yep, there we go. Sold immediately, never mind. Nouns, though, trying to go for something different in this third round of the second half. Going to call a tactical timeout early despite the good goings in this second half.
I don't mind that from Nouns, given that they do have a lead. They do know that Legacy have a decent buy, all things considered, into this next round. And also, if you're Nouns, you really want to split this 1-1. That one win will go a long way into seeding. Helps the head-to-head as well. If you can get a decent seed into playoffs, your life will be a lot easier. That's what Nouns are hunting for right now. Not to mention, I mean, you never want to lose, but there's a lot more at stake than just losing a best of one. There's a lot more minutiae and details when it comes down to playoffs, to VRS points even. That's another thing to look at. Moving forward as we get closer to the Austin Major. Now, a little under 3 months out at this point. peeping, flashed in, but Lotto peeks before. That's a good start here for Legacy. Clasia spray finds nothing. It's all blue on the kill feed. As Legacy flawless on the second try with the half buy or the force buy. And they slice that Nouns lead to just one round. And Nouns will have to buy again, but a round that they called a timeout into gets washed away. Utterly vaporized.
No chance. All 5 falling, no kills going their way. Legacy were on a half buy there. That means their economy has gotten a massive second wind. You can see even after investing into that utility, they still have over 3K on everybody. A massive change of favor in the favor of Legacy. As you mentioned, Nouns trying to scrap together what they can. Very little utility. 2 AKs, 2 Galils, and a Deagle. And next to no money left in the bank when all is said and done. This has the makings of an 8th and probably a 9th for Legacy if they play their cards right.
Cryptic tries to get the opener on Dumao unsuccessfully. Sadzine, playing from heaven, fights one, wins one duel. Can't quite get the second yet. Peeping around that smoke, does not want to cross and fall if it is low HP. 4 versus 4, bomb goes down. Legacy don't have much utility, and now they don't have Sadzine as Junior wins the fight. The AK superior firepower, but you definitely would have liked to see less damage taken by the Nouns Opera in that engagement. But Legacy are calling it quits again. Another retreat, another disengagement, and another surrender of a round to go the way of Nouns. Yeah, Legacy, they can buy up again. They save these guns. This is going to get Nouns closer to that 13th. Build their confidence a little bit more, and also build up an economy on the T side, which grows fast, but is not in a good spot.
No, definitely not in the best spot. That was their backs against the wall in a very literal sense. Last tactical timeout used by Legacy. I think this is a good time to use it, a good crossroads. What do we have for an investment? Full rifles. One being a saved AK, one being a saved Galil. No more Mac 10 shenanigans. That weapon's been dropped. Sadzine has his op to work with. No rival either on the side of Nouns. Instead, they are also on a full rifle buy with one M4 on Clasia. And good utility across the board as well.
The op for Sadzine can be a game changer here for Legacy, as they need something to stop the bleeding. Because even if they continue trading rounds off, not only does that not favor the CT economy more than it does not favor the T economy, but eventually Legacy lose. Because Nouns have a 2-round lead. So what Nouns need to do or what Legacy need to do right now is find a way to at least tie this game up. They need to find rounds in a row.
Yes, they do.
There's no op to counter either. There's prime opportunities here.
Prime opportunity for Sadzine onto maybe Clasia swinging in, keeping us here as well. Bit of a default from Nouns. Sadzine, ready for this one. Molotov comes in though, he won't stick around. He'll fall back instead. Nouns as well, don't want to overstay their welcome. Even just Clasia, it appears, inside the front end of that smoke. Just past the minute mark. Bomb is still dropped top of stairs. No real control mid. Slow push in towards B main now. Nouns still have yet to make their decision.
Lux, he's been good this evening. star player to watch, but he is not good in that duel. Neither is Lato. Peeping and Junior take control of E-Box. And now Nouns can sprint on to the B site and get this bomb down and ticking. 5 alive for the T side for now. Well, nice nade damage coming through for Legacy, but it's all just to escape and stay alive as Legacy again saving. They're playing the CT side like it's Inferno.
Yes, they are. Saving at the first opportunity. Too scared to try and go for these retakes at the man disadvantage. Granted, Sadzine's op would be more of a hindrance than a help in a retake. So, Nouns are thinking about hunting. Actually commit. 3 will again survive. That means an investment will be forthcoming from Legacy, who can more than soak up those losses. They're running out of time. They're down by 3 now. Nouns only need 3 more to close out this second best of 1 and pull off what I would call a pretty big upset.
Yeah, especially on the map, too. Nuke was a lot more reasonable just looking at how these two teams have played on the map in the prior 3 months. But now, when you look at how this game has gone, Nouns have turned it around. That first half, that was Rush. That was all Rush. It was the Rush show, up on stage, living in the limelight. The universal dream for those who wish to be and wish to see. If you have not listened to Rush before, listen to Rush. Great band. But I digress. The second half, there's been help. Junior, Clasia, Peeping. They've had good impact kills. Nouns have not needed all of the kills to win a round, as Legacy have surrendered in the vast majority. But Rush has not had to do too much in this second half. The team has stepped up, come up to his level, and that is why Nouns are having a much more successful half here on T side, a much cleaner half on T side, and a much cleaner map in general. They needed somebody to get that engine going, but once it did, the Nouns motor is starting to take off.
Yes, it is. Mentioned the other individuals waking up as well. When we mentioned Rush, he was at 16 kills. That was the CT side. We're now into the meat and potatoes of this T side, and he's only at 18. So he has slowed down in a big way, but he's more supportive on this side as well. He's going to be the name of the game in this round. Player middle, Nissan. First contact in towards camera. He finds one. Lux playing around the smokes, trying to find another. Rush, though, has dropped Nissan in the meanwhile, and the flash from Junior blinds Lux. He finds nothing for his troubles on the site. And it looks like another Inferno simulator is on the cards, Boggs, as Legacy with the man disadvantage don't seem keen on going for a retake once again.
How many times can you do this before you lose the game, though? At this
3
point,
more
you're
times.
down to... Exactly. You're down to 1 more chance after this. You can only afford to lose 1 more round following this one, if you're Legacy. And you were in a decent spot for a retake, too. 2 kits, Molotov. They pick off Junior on the retreat. Doesn't really matter at this point. But Legacy's trepidation at going for retakes has been something that has cost them significantly in this map. A lot of speculation, a lot of potentials and maybes and would-bes and could-bes, but at some point you have to go for a retake. Legacy have not attempted a retake where they have at least had 1-man disadvantage at all in this map. And they have only won 1 round in this half. They're
An
playing
excessive
not
trepidation.
even scared. They're playing... It's beyond scared. I don't really know how to describe it because I haven't seen this bar triumph, Sheikh Zula triumph on Inferno. This is what it reminds me of, where they would save a good 9, 10, 11 rounds out of a CT half of Inferno sometimes.
It's giving them more rifle by sure, but also put them in this hefty hole. Main control being taken. Sadzine missing an opportunity. Tag down to 15. Nissim fighting in towards A main. Does get 1, but Rush is ready with a quick trade. 4 versus 4. Again, Sadzine on low HP, and not a lot of utility left for this defensive side either. Just Molotovs, a nade, and a smoke. That smoke's been thrown. Molotovs and a nade with over a minute left in the round.
Four on four. Will Nouns save now? Little facetious on that one. But if Cryptic doesn't get this kill, there might be a case for a save. And they're just going to gamble on an A take here. And Legacy are as well. Legacy have rotated 3 of their 4 players over towards the A site. 2 on the site proper, 1 in camera. There's no mid-split for Nouns to work with this time. It's going to come down to the fights. No utility either. That Molotov stalls him down. Sadzine 1, Dumao a second. Nouns are collapsing as they go into the round, into the A site, and into the meat grinder. Out they come. 1 for Junior, 3 to find. Time is out. He needs 2 in 10 seconds. Well, really less, about 5, and he's running out of clock. He's got the kill. He's got time. He can get the bomb down. I think he has just enough to get this one going. He does. Junior 1 versus 1. Tag. Not bad. Nade does not find him. He's got the up, but he can't hit the shot. Lux saves the day, but Junior almost pulls off the impossible.
An expensive round. Junior pulling it back from the break and making it expensive. Legacy finally try for something, and it is expensive, but it goes their way. Still, Nouns a 3-round lead and relatively deep coffers to work with. Legacy can invest most of what they had saved to recoup the losses in the round prior. Junior's up, going to rival that of Sadzine. Early fight for Junior as well towards window middle.
Three rounds separating Nouns and Legacy. 2 rounds separating Nouns and Victory. Utility running a little bit dry for 3 of the Nouns players. Clasia, Cryptic, and Peeping. Cryptic now out of utility here. And Clasia's waiting for a push. Nissim seems content to give it to him. Will he expand and extend beyond this point, though? Is a real big question. Clasia. The cross. And Peeping actually shoots him in the back of the head. A team kill to bring this to a 4v4 still favors the T side, at least as far as odds are concerned, but you would like to have Clasia alive there. Unfortunately for Nouns, they'll have to do it without him. 37 seconds to go. Time is dwindling. They have to make a play.
Only 1 player B, and the bomb is thinking about going that direction. Cryptic, oh my god, the timing couldn't be worse. Dumao finds 1, Lux drops Peeping. The bomb is going to go B main. With 20 seconds left, they have to make their move quickly or call it quits. And it looks like they're going to call it quits. Yep. They had a window where only 1 player was here and he was in E-box, but that window is far gone now.
The Overton window is closed, Nate. It's Nouns' turn to save, as we have seen more saves in this map than we usually see in an entire season of ECL. I want to see a Nouns timeout here. You
They have 1 left or 2 left?
I think they have 2. I think they only use... Legacy called the 2. I don't think Nouns used any before that last one they called, early in this half.
Yeah. I think you're right. Would be a good time. Their economy's gone. A relatively consequential round that could see Legacy earning a breath to at least a tied ball game. Sadzine, the smoke on the Molotov doesn't quite work. It's forced back. Still even footing though. No one's gone for contact proper yet. Walk middle, the Mao will be contact. He's playing in the cubby, or in the corner, I should say. But as I mentioned it, he falls back. Playing more passive tempo instead. Plays out time and everything. Player in main walking forward, and Nissim is the one to win the duel. Nouns quickly scale middle to make up space for the lost teammate. Legacy have already doubled back to hold for a camera push.
Sadzin's op has been a bit of a game changer in the last couple of rounds. He's been very good with it. And he will be tested here. In they come. Spots the barrel, misses the shot, burns away, down to all but nothing. He's still alive, but all but eliminated. Finally dunked on by Cryptic. Nissim, at least one from main, but forced away. Dumau comes in again. Hit and fade tactics coming through from Legacy. Finding a kill, backing away, finding another. Again, the retreat. 2 versus 2. Lotto and Nissim in on Cryptic and Rush. Health almost equivalent as well across both teams. Rush, smoke fade, timing. Lotto's ready. Rush goes in. Lotto knocks him down. It's all up to Cryptic, who hits the deck. Legacy within 1 now of Nouns. Will at least get another bomb plant, but their money running dry. Legacy clawing their way back in. Opera covered as well, as Legacy will not go quietly into the night. They will not vanish without a fight. But will they live on and survive is the better question yet to be answered. Will Nouns go for a full buy? It's a different question. I don't think they will. Yeah, it's going to be a half buy here in round 22. This game looking like it's going to go the distance.
A potent half buy, not a bad idea. Get a bomb plant, really flush out the economy. Junior should be able to get an op regardless in the next round if needed. Eagle, Tech 9s. Scary prospect for Legacy. Lane open towards E-Box. Not a pretty fight for Lux, but he does win it. Straight walk in towards B-Main. Now the call with that smoke. The spam from Lux does so much damage, but Lotto can't finish what he started. Lotto missing the mark across the board. What even footing? Nissim trying to fight in from Temple is only good for 1 yet again. Cryptic recovers a rifle. Junior puts the bomb down. And this is a feasible round for Nouns as they secure solid post-plant footing. Dumau, B-Man, I believe he was heard. His teammate over towards Long as well might also be expected. Then Molotov on to Junior. He burns down and is caught by Sadzine. Second at this point has to be towards E-Box. Cryptic spamming away, hoping to find something. It's instead caught trying to push to prevent a defuse. Expensive round, including a bomb plant, but it's not enough to prevent Legacy from tying things up.
Yeah, 3+ bomb plant, not horrible, considering the lack of a buy. It's not that bad. But if you're Nouns, you've now lost your lead and are being forced to call a timeout here. They do still have 1 left after this. But Nate, when you're looking at it, if you're Nouns, you've just lost the full momentum. You had everything under control. And then it slips away out of your hands a couple of rounds ago. You could have called a timeout a little bit earlier. Maybe found a way to stop the bleeding before it got to this point. But you're guaranteed to play at least a full 24 rounds at this point. Overtime, I feel, is very likely out of the situation. And if you're Nouns, again, you're basically a 2-man show. Rush and Junior. You need somebody else to step up.
Yes, you do. Legacy not really taking early fights. Lux, though, that smoke might get him something to work with. It's an interesting setup. Very passive from Nouns over towards the A side of things, but still holding it down. 3 in towards B main with 1 tucked ante. Asian Cryptic already out of utility.
Does not look good. It's going to come down to the fights.
This is double nade. So much damage into B main. The Legacy still have 3 players here to defend against this take. Lux pressured in from E-Box, caught. First kill goes the way of Nouns, but again, all these B main players are so low on HP. Lato next to bat, perhaps burns, but it's Dumao instead to bail his teammate out. One secured, even footing. Dumao second. Clasia Jr. though combined for 3. The spray down is sensational. Sadzine tries to do anything, and he simply cannot get out of Temple. It is Nouns to recover and at least secure overtime in round number 23.
Well, Nouns get to match point here in the second best of 1 of the evening against Legacy, and it came down to the duels, and they came alive. Cryptic, Clasia with a double. Peeping chimed in as well, asked for the Nouns to stand up and help out Rush, and boy did they answer the call. Everybody but Rush got a kill in that round. And Nouns, they won it. Legacy on a 4-spy here to stave off a loss and take this one to bonus Counter-Strike. 2 M4s, 2 FAMASs, 1 defuse kit, 1 5.7. Utility is not fantastic. It's not the worst. It's about the definition of mediocre. So Legacy will rely on a little bit of trick play and a lot of bit of aim if they're going to take this one. No op for Sadzine sticks out to me as well, as that had been critical in a lot of those CT rounds for Legacy. They've been very disciplined with their utility usage, though, which is good. They'll have some left when it comes down to a take, but a lot of that being burned away on B thanks to the presence of Peeping. A little bit of utility he threw. And Nouns are going in A. All 5 coming in. Utility being tossed over. Nissim caught by Clasia. He'll continue to scale forward. Sadzine around fire. Burned down and shot down by Clasia. Cryptic caught as he tried to flank on through, but the nade comes in. A third for Clasia. Junior another. Peeping up, peeping down. Bomb planted. Clasia the quad. Nouns the victory. 13-11 on Anubis.
Quite the upset victory by most metrics in the favor of Nouns. They had a very solid start in that first half. They put most of our worries to bed by taking a vast majority of the rifle rounds. And in fact, in that